What the heck was that? All right, that's the sound of magic. Don't worry, if I snap my fingers, every single card goes from face up to face down. Look, the first card, the second card, the third, now face down except one card. A miracle has now taken place. Yo guys, what is going on? Alex Pandrea here, back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. Exciting video today because we're gonna do one of the best plots in card magic. The plot is traditionally known as Triumph, where you take cards face up and face down and you mix it all together. And just with a magical snap of the fingers, because this is what we do as magicians, we snap our fingers and stuff happens. Weird. All the cards go face down except for one card, the selected card. You take your round of applause, you bow, you walk away. There are so many versions of this trick, but this is by far, I think, the easiest to learn. And what's great about it is that you can do it standing up. You don't need a table to do any of the fall shuffles. So let's learn the fall shuffle, let's learn the routine, and let's just get right into it. Now, before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about what's going down on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, November 29th at midnight. So when Thursday becomes Friday on the East Coast, I'll leave all the times below. We are having a Black Friday event. And we do this every year with new products coming out with prizes that you can win. And basically, if you order a certain amount, they get added to your cart automatically, so you win free decks that way. It's gonna be a good time. We have like 10 things that we're putting up on House of Playing cards. I think there's a little bit more than 10. Some of them are variations and colors, and some of your favorite things are back in stock. So that all goes down on Friday, November 29th at midnight Eastern time. One of the releases is what everybody has been waiting for years. These are the Knock on Wood Brown Knocks. We finally did it. We created brown knocks for everybody. Every time I ask you guys on Instagram what other colors that we should do, everybody says brown. It was brown or gray silver, and we've done that. So now finally, they will be available. So I think a lot of you will like this. The tuck case itself is that craft paper. So it's like an eco-friendly craft paper, nice and thick, with a brown seal on it. The original Knock original design. Very nice package altogether. I'm super excited about this deck, so we're gonna use it in this tutorial. So let's get started. So a spectator walks up to you and notices your fancy deck of cards, and they say, "Hey mister, can you show me a trick?" You go, "I don't do tricks, I do miracles." And they say, "What?" Kind of start walking away. You say, no, come back, I'll show you something. Take the cards out of the box and you give it to them and you say, "Look, notice, they're thin crushed." They go, "What do you mean?" And nothing, they're available this Friday on houseofplayingcards.com. They start walking away again, you grab them, you say, "Okay, I'm gonna show you something that you'll never ever forget." They go, "Okay, I'm intrigued now." Touch any card, they touch a card. "Go ahead, remember it, it's the King of Clubs," they say to themselves in their head, and I can say, "Look, I'm gonna leave it sticking out all the way until you push it in," and they push it in and they say, "All the way?" And you say, "Yes, all the way." Get it really lost and in the middle over there, and you ask, "In the middle, yes?" And they go, "Yes, of course." Then you say, "We're gonna take it a step further. I'm gonna lose the card even further by taking the cards face up and face down and shuffling them from face up into face down. Look, I'm pushing them in, face up, face down. That was a blank card, don't worry about it." They go, "What?" And you go, "Nothing." All right, so now we have a whole bunch of cards, face up, face down, face up, face down. I'm gonna try to do something with these cards. Don't take your eyes off the cards. And you can see there's face up and face down. Yes, face down and face up. There's even back-to-back cards, which is weird. I'm gonna try something here. Don't move. What the heck was that? All right, that's the sound of magic. Don't worry, if I snap my fingers, every single card goes from face up to face down. Look, the first card, the second card, the third, fourth, every single card now face down except one card, and one card only, the only face up card. Is that your card? Ladies and gentlemen, a miracle has now taken place. So this is a very simple effect using this slop shuffle technique that you can, there's that blank card again, all right, so here is a very simple Triumph, basically shuffling cards face up into face down, but basically what you're doing is you're using this shuffle to make it look like you're shuffling face up and face down, but in actuality what you're doing is you're only reversing half the cards, so only half the cards are face up and the rest of the cards are face down, and then it's very, very easy for you to include that into a routine and find the selected cards. So let's go over the shuffle first, and then we could put it into the routine that you just saw. So the shuffle itself is by pushing off some cards just like this, and you're gonna grab it in this hand and then your right hand is going to turn from face, basically the face down cards, to face up. And now you're not going to let them go. You're going to keep pushing now cards with your left thumb, keep pushing cards like this, and you're going to grab them with the right thumb, which is underneath right here. So you're going to grab the thumb like that. So you keep doing that until you get a chunk more cards. And then you rotate your hand back 180 degrees, basically the way that it started, and now keep pushing off cards. Grab a chunk now with your fingers, grab a chunk, then again turn over, push off, grab a chunk, turn over, grab, and you're going to do this over and over until you get to the end. And then basically what that allows you to do is secretly have this situation where half the cards are face down, half the cards are face up, and you're like that. Okay, so once again, really fast, it's you push off a few, grab, turn over, push off a few, grab, turn over, push a few, grab, turn over, push a few, grab, turn over, and you do this a few, and you really exaggerate this motion, and it looks like you're pushing in the cards. So basically you want to just sort of push it in and make pretend that they're going face up and face down. You say, look, some face up, some face down, some face up, and some face down. And that's basically the slop shuffle. And then you're gonna have a point where they come together back to back. And because of the natural break of the deck, it's very easy to sort of separate them like this. Grab your break just like that, and then you just have to flip either the bottom one face up or the top one face down, and you have this situation back to normal. So how do we do it in the context of a routine? Well, you have a card selected and control it to the bottom. That's all really that you have to do. So let's say 6 of clubs, I'm gonna just have it sticking out and just pushed in, and that secretly controls it to the bottom. This is my version of a popular control, but you can use a cull or a convincing control, or this is called the AP spread control. I'll link it down below. It is a YouTube video of mine, so you could learn how to control a card to the bottom like that. An easy way is just to have them select the card, and when they put it back, you grab a break underneath, place the cards on top, and now you're just going to cut everything so that the bottom card is their selection, and just keep cutting like that, and then you have the card controlled to the bottom. From here, you're going to do the exact same slop shuffle, and you're going to say, look, we're going to take some cards face up, face down, face up, face down, and you're doing the exact same shuffle until you get to the last card, which is their card, and you're going to take the last card and place it on the top. Now this does one of two things. It sets you up so that when you do the reversal of the top packet, this is ready to go face up, but also you have a nice show here of face up cards and face down cards. If this was still here, then while this is happening, you're only going to see face up cards here and only see face down cards. With this one added to the top, now it creates a little bit of a mix. Yes, even if they're like this, you can actually take some of these cards and twist them out this way. So now that really looks like a mix of cards. One extra little tip is to take that bottom card, that now bottom card, and now reverse it as you show. And look at this nice little spread show that you have here. You have some cards face down on top, face up, face down, and face up. And you can spread that out like this and get a nice show of it. Okay, so play around with these different ways of after you do the shuffle to really get a nice show before you square everything up. So I like to sort of do this, and then as I square everything up, I rotate it back around. Okay, I don't make a big deal out of this. I don't try to do it any secret type of move. Just literally when I come out here, I just take this one and I show it like that with a big mess. And then as I square back up, you can just literally rotate it around, or as you square back up, you can do a sort of half pass with it underneath the cards. Not necessary, because they are so mixed up anyway that one little turn will not make a difference at this point. But now in this position, selected card on top, all the cards are now face up, and all the rest of the cards are face down. And now you're going to do the standard thing of showing the cards face up, face down, etc. And I like to pick up at this point, just pick up at the natural break so that you're getting a break between the two face down cards, or rather the back-to-back cards. So now you have a break like this. I'm going to pick up more than half the deck and show that there is some cards face down and face up. Come back, keep the break, show that there's cards face up and face down. So now you're having two different variations of showing that the cards are in different orientations, and now I just pick up at the break and show, look, even cards faced back to back. And now as I come in to put it down, I go here and I don't place it down on the deck squared, but I place it here and I rotate everything this way, okay? You could also just from here, just start twirling this packet around, however you want to do it. But now you're basically done with the effect. All that's left to do is to spread, show, and do this, and it's going to be up to you of how you want to do it. And really take it, of course, in the performance, I was just making fun of the usual patter that magicians say, if I snap my fingers. No, but you know, I really like to take my time, I put it in the spectator's hand, I have them cover it like this, and I say, look, I'm gonna try to take all the cards face up and face down, and they do that as a gag, and they say, no, that's obviously impossible, right? Because it's in your hands, and you have them agree. And then it's really nice when they do this and they start to spread. The first card, you tell them. The second card, the third card, you see there's no face-up cards, and they start to panic at this point. They keep going and they keep going, and now they spread and they get a really nice effect right here. Boom, here's the kicker. They could keep spreading out all the way to the end, and it's nice because it happens in their hands. You can even have as well, obviously, do the spread on the table, or you can, and it's your decision. A lot of people talk about what's better, to spread face down and have it be the only face up one, or to turn everything this way. Do this, and now everything is face up except one card. Does it add an extra little kicker? That's really going to be up to you to decide. I think at that point the effect is done. They know that that's going to be the card, because hopefully you've shown them some things beforehand and they know that you can get it, so it's more about the storyline behind the effect. And they turn the card over, it's their card, they scream, they cry, the usual. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little effect. Just one thing to keep in mind, you can always add layers on top of it. So once you learn a bunch of moves and different fall shuffles and different shows, you could really make this effect great. So that is the effect. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around and learning that effect. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something and will put it to good use. This could be a very powerful effect if done right, especially if done. You don't need to go fast with it, because a lot of people, especially with their shuffle, think that I have to go fast to fool them. Go slow, take your time with it, place it in their hands, and especially this is great because you have that moment where the effect is done. Yes, and it's in their hands and the one card is only face up. Then you can really play around with your pattern and with your performance to make it very powerful. If you did like the playing cards, the knock on wood, get it? Knock on wood, brown. They are going to be available on House of Playing Cards this Friday, along with many other releases, so go check that out. In fact, I'm doing more videos now and I have a whole bunch. Might as well just show you. Yeah, sneak peek. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Like, subscribe, love you guys.